Hey guys, the section of violence here. Man, what a week. We profit every single card by at least 9 units. Like, I can't go over them all again, but man, you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go through, let's go UFC first. And then we'll get into Bare Knuckle FC to end it. But man, between the two cards, I profited probably 40 units. Like, that's crazy. UFC, man, it's always gonna be a trip, but I somehow profited 9-2 on predictions on both promotions. Man, I was hot this week, and you guys, if you tailed, congratulations. Now I'm 260 units on the year for Bare Knuckle SC. So around negative 61 units for UFC. I don't tail anything else. I calculate everything else, but I'm pretty sure I'm up on most of the promotions. At least like every single one but Bellator, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we have Fury FC tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to do a video for that as well after these two reaction videos. But yeah, guys, let's get into it. What a freaking card! I definitely wasn't expecting to have that much success on this card for my predictions. Um, man, I was kind of disappointed with myself in some areas because I know I could have done better, but it is what it is. So let's start off the night with a little bit of a trip. We had Tamaris Fidel versus Ramona Pasquale. Now, let's start off with this. Ramona Pasquale needs to get cut from the UFC immediately. 6-5 is atrocious record, shouldn't be in the UFC or even in a conversation for a fight for the UFC. I think she needs to get cut immediately and maybe evaluate her life choices because she is a pretty girl. She could do whatever she wants. She could be a doctor. She seems smart. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely thought she was going to be able to tough it out for longer than a round and a half because she toughed it out with girls like Josiane Nunes, girls like Josiane Edwards. I don't understand why she couldn't understand what. I mean, it was a perfectly timed knee, but man, that was so frustrating. Anyways, she's gonna get cut like she should, and Tamara Fadel get exposed by somebody who's actually good, and not someone who I thought was good or someone who I thought was had the potential to be good. But anyways, guys, let's move on. We had Jake Hadley versus Carlos Candelorian. Alorio. I should have had gone back with my faith with Jake Hadley. Like I had him as a prediction, but I didn't have a lot on him because I didn't know what to expect. Carlos Candelorio's most likely either going to get one more fight or cut from the UFC. He has now had a good run, and Jake Hadley exposed him. Jake Hadley isn't the greatest, and he made him look terrible on the ground. So, I mean, it was a good slick submission, so I can't take too much away from it. But I think Jake Hadley is definitely a prospect. I don't know how big of one, but he definitely is good. Um, yeah, that submission prop should was an easy one. I should have got that. But anyways, guys, we'll move on. 2-0 so far. My guy Johnny Munoz, he got the job done. I actually forgot to bet him. This was on me. I was gonna bet him 1 unit. That's on me. He would have cashed, and I didn't even do the decision prop either because I would have cashed that as well. But it is what it is, guys. He did his job. Over 1.5. Cashed parlay for there. So I'm happy about that. Moving on, we had Poliana Viana versus Jinyu Frey, another girl who's going to get cut from the UFC. Fortunately, Poliana Viana delivered a hellacious flurry after a nice time knee. I don't understand why Jinyu Frey. I mean, she must have been really, really out of it on the feet because her hands just dropped. Same thing with actually no, Marina Rodriguez had her hands somewhat up, and we'll get into that later. But Jinyu Frey, man, she was out. My head smacked off the back. Like it was bad. She probably won't be fighting ever again, if not for a long time, because that was a nasty fall on the way down, and she did not look all there. So yeah, it gives me a headache just thinking about it. Paulina Viana definitely someone to watch out for. Didn't know she had striking. Now I do. Oh, I knew she had some striking. I should know it was like that level where it could knock somebody out. But yeah, Pollyanna Viana, guys, she's hot and dangerous. And speaking of hot, this tier, I'm gonna do a tier list video, and I'm gonna do it in between this week, a day where I don't have to do the videos. because there's not much videos I can do because there's only Cage Warriors and UFC. So I'll find a time next week and I'm gonna get it done because Jinyu Frey and Paulie Viana are gorgeous and they both deserve to be on my tier list. I don't not gonna spoil which tier I think they are. MMA Guru has Paulina at a S tier, and yeah, we'll find out if I agree with him or not, and who's in the my S tier. But anyways, moving on. We had Mario Batista versus Benito Lopez. Mario Batista. Mario Batista's a beast. That's all I gotta say. He actually shut up this kid who's pretty game, pretty green but game. Um, yeah, he's pretty dangerous. Like Mario Batista showed why there's levels to this in the UFC. He's definitely a big prospect. Trains with O'Malley, trains with guys at the MMA lab. I'm really excited to see him work in the future. Very happy. He won me a bunch of parlays. I'm very happy about this. Very happy about his performance. Yeah, Mario Batista, everybody, probably my MVP of the card. Beautiful performance, other than Paulina Viana. But yeah, moving on. We had Miranda Maverick, but to beat Shanny Young, to sub her in the second round or something. She almost did, but man, she was just, I don't know. It's like she just couldn't flatten her out or make her quit. Shanny Young just, it's like she was beaten as a kid or something and just knows there's too much resiliency. Miranda Maverick put a beating on her and she just wouldn't give up. She is very tough. She's not good, but she's very tough. And I see her having one more fight with UFC or getting cut. So, but yeah, she's game. Moving on, Grant Dawson versus Mark Madsen. I am sorry, guys. I had no idea Mark Madsen was that bad at jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I didn't know his wrestling, actual like collegiate wrestling fundamentals were that bad. Greco really is a getaway from your, you know, fundamentals from the wrestling. It's kind of embarrassing that Mark Madsen got out hustled by Grant Dawson, and if he's supposed to be an Olympian, but it is what it is. Mark Madsen got submitted, and I needed him not to go to a decision or by finish. And unfortunately, he's grappling, and everything got exposed. So yeah, that's just unfortunate for me. We cashed. We knew Dawson was gonna win. I didn't have him as a play. I had like point 0.2 something 5 on Madsen, but it is what it is, guys. Can't take it back now. Moving on. Tagiro and Becca versus Nate Manis. Oh my goodness, pain. I had over half a round and we needed 19 more seconds. Manis, if he just, I don't know, sunk to his back and fought the guillotine the proper way, or maybe found another way out. I mean, maybe he was just doing all he could, but he was truly stuck. But I just, man, I was so close. It is what it is. There's only 2 units parlay, but it would have been nice. It is what it is, though. Tagiro and Becca, we cashed 1 unit play with him. Really should have had more stake on him. I didn't realize how bad Nate Maness is, especially with the weight cut. I didn't think of it that much of a problem. But yeah, Tagiro and Becca, beast prospect. Looking forward, moving forward. Talking about another well, not about prospect, but beast. Shylan Newland-Beck. I was high on him all week. He delivered 3 unit parlay, bunch of parlays, I believe, cash. What a great freaking performance. I'm so happy. The only thing is, yeah, no, there is nothing I could say about his performance that was bad. It was amazing. Great performance, 38 and 10 now. Really crazy record. It's gonna be Olenek in the UFC pretty soon. But anyways, Shylon cashed the parlays. Really happy about that. Um, yeah, moving on. We had D-Rod taking on Neil Magny. Neil Magny shocked, not shocked the world, but subbed D-Rod. I can't believe D-Rod got subbed by Neil Magny, but it is what it is. D-Rod's pretty bad technically. I just was hoping it would be someone better than Neil Magny to expose him. But it is what it is. Neil Magny picks up the win. I'm sure Skinny Betts is laughing to the bank, but it is what it is, guys. I don't know. His Jamaican brothers will get beat soon, so it don't matter. D-Rod, yeah, you're dead to me. I needed this not to get submitted by finisher. Yeah, whatever, guys. Moving on. Amanda Lemos versus Marina Rodriguez. We had Marina Rodriguez. Oh my goodness. In my opinion, it was a bit early, but I understand why the ref stopped it. She was pretty out of it. She backed up to the cage. That was not a good sign. Ref did what he thought was right. You know what it is. You don't put yourself in that situation if you don't want it to be stopped. I know the ref has a job, but can't really blame the ref if you're just trying to protect you. At the end of the day, guys, we cashed like 9 units, so I can't complain, but we really would have should have cashed more. There's a lot of spots where was confident in, I shouldn't have been, and there were spots that I should have been more confident in. Just one of those cards, guys. I should have capitalized more on. I did better than a lot of my counterparts though, so I can't complain too much. So yeah, but let's move on to Bare Knuckle FC, and yeah, let's finish it up. BKFC. What a nice card for me, guys. I've just been on fire. Moo woo cow. That's the cash cow I just freaking did in my head. Sorry guys, I'm pretty tired. Anyways, Jafar Fort, man, what a beautiful. I'm gonna make this quick because you guys don't know these guys. Jafar Fort, beautiful performance against a bum, knocked him out. I don't know why I wasn't confident earlier in the week, but I was at last minute. Jafar Fort, beautiful 6 unit cash, start the day for BKFC. Was really happy with his performance. And then I didn't even get to see Tony's performance, but Tony apparently had another first round finish as well. So I cashed that. Great performance for both men. Very happy about that. Can't expect much more. I'm not gonna do it in order just because bare knuckle, just because the topology is different. So, anyways, Jack Grady versus Ryan Reber. Jack Grady's a crackhead, and I truly hope you. I can't say that on here. But yeah, I don't like the guy. He does a bunch of drugs and he acts like a fool. He's probably gonna be banned from bare knuckle after this. Good. He's a terrible person. Headbutted the guy twice. Eye poked him. Did everything he could dirty. It was really frustrating to watch. But Ryan got the win from DQ. That's all that matters. Really happy with Ryan. Not happy with his performance, but I'm happy that he got the win. Moving on though, Brendan Allen put on a clinic and schooled Josh Ramar. Did exactly what I thought he would. Beat him up for as long as he could take it. And yeah, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, got him out of there. Brandon Allen's not the real deal, but he's pretty good, man. Moving on, J.R. Ridge. Oh my goodness, he called for a title shot. He follows the pace, so I can't say too much, but man, like he's not ready for a title shot. If Chance Wilson is causing you problems, then you're gonna have some issues in the top of the division. You have to really work on your defense. Being more of a threat, like you're just gonna need to keep improving, facing guys like Chance Wilson. Like you're not ready for the higher leagues, in my opinion. You're gonna get hurt. But yeah, I like J.R. Ridge showed a lot of heart with that comeback. Um, Chance Wilson was looking pretty game, but man, like, he couldn't take it. There was a point where he just broke, and I don't blame him. J.R. Ridge is jacked and he hits hard, so Chance is a beast. J.R. is a beast, but I don't see either of them being a champion. Moving on. We had Jonathan Miller taking on Stephen Reese. I should add more on this guy. Jonathan Miller absolutely destroyed Stephen Reese. Made him look like an absolute love of, like he was just embarrassing. Flatlined him with a jab. But yeah, Jonathan Miller is going to be a prospect looking forward, even though Stephen Reese is terrible. I'm going to keep my eye out on Miller. But yeah, Stephen Reese, also please come back to the bare knuckle because if you're dropping to a jab, you're going to make me a lot of money. But yeah, moving on. Travis Thompson versus David Diaz, another missed opportunity. The OG, my homie, was high on Thompson, and I wanted to be too, but I thought he was gonna gas to the pressure of David. But man, he just couldn't stop eating, getting hit with shots, and I thought he was gonna be a little more safe with his. No, they had too much beef going into it. He wanted to get some big shots in, and he left himself wide open. And unfortunately, he just got hurt, cut over the eye. Ref almost stopped it. Or the doctor almost stopped it a bunch of times. Got dropped. Like it was just a mismatch, and I should have saw it coming, but it is what it is, guys. I was focused on a few spots in this card, trying to enjoy that fight more so than bet on it, but hindsight's 2020. Moving on. Another fight which I kind of screwed up on. By kind, I mean really. Gabriel Fryer. I thought he was going to be like something special in BKFC. Apparently, he just had a lot of hype from another promotion, bare knuckle promotion. Turns out it's all hype. And Bobby Taylor, the old man, shut all that hype away. Made him look like pillow hands and softs. I don't think he's made for bare knuckle FC if he's losing to Bobby Taylor. I think he's gonna get hurt. Especially the way like he did not look comfortable out there at all. But yeah, Bobby Taylor, he's a beast, not nicest guy, so I can't say anything about him other than hope he does well in his career. Moving on, Jessica Borga versus Brooke Gilly. Now she did worry me. Brooke Gilly worried me with that walkout, her way she was acting, like she's had 30 fights in Lethway. I was really scared that she was going to come out, and she did. She has got a lot of power. The thing about Jessica, she didn't care and she just kept coming at her until she broke. And it was fast. I don't think she's a good hammer. I mean, a good nail at all. Because Jessica Land got hit with big shots, and she just kept coming her down, walking down, hitting with her ugly punches. But she landed them all, and she hurt her. She busted her up, and she put her away in the first. I couldn't say enough good things. Jessica Borga is definitely gonna be something in bare knuckle. But as long as she needs to pick up better fundamentals. She wants to do anything like champion wise, but she is good and she'll beat most of the girls that are timid, especially girls that are timid. But yeah, moving on. Jared Warren versus Jay Jackson. What an embarrassing performance. That's all I gotta say. Jay Jackson, I was a fan. He looked excellent in his last fight against a guy who I thought was pretty good. He made him look foolish, so I thought, man, Jay Jackson might be turning a corner training with Lorenzo Hunt and all these guys. But man, he was swinging like an amateur out there. He just didn't look like he was meant to be out there with high level guys. He's just meant for brawls and he's meant for to go out there for a paycheck. Like it's I thought he was gonna be maybe yeah, it's sad man. I know he follows the page, but sometimes man, like if I don't see any progress in you, bro, like you're just gonna be an associate. Like I can't like be a fan anymore. That's just like I know it's kind of like a fake fan, but like what's the point, bro? Like, I'm not trying to watch someone lose all the time. It's not like that's not motivating. I want to watch winners. You want to see one of you want to support. I'm not saying like if we were friends, that'd be different. But like, I don't know this guy. I mean, I'm getting off topic here, but I don't know. Guys try to say, "Oh, you're a bandwagon or you're fake." It's like, no, I'm not, man. It's frustrating, guys. That's why I try not to pick favorites. But anyways, guys, moving on to the show stealer, Reginald Barnett Jr. Everyone doubted him again. I didn't. I learned from my mistake last time. He is a beast. He is a technician. He absolutely dominated this fight. School Gene Herrera. I knew he would. And yeah, too much experience in bare knuckle. I'm very happy. Plus 31 unit day plus 60 plus 60 to 70 unit week. Can't get much better than that, guys. I know I should have put more vested into this card and maybe even UFC too, but I'm not going to be doing much with UFC until I see the results consistent, like it is with bare knuckle. So, anyways, guys, those are the results. Like, subscribe, please share to your friends. It means the world to me. Love you guys. Till next time.